It is one of the most misunderstood words in the world today. Most people confuse commitment with interest. They say, I'm committed to success. But what they really mean is, I'm interested in success, as long as it's convenient, as long as it's easy, as long as it doesn't require too much sacrifice. But true commitment? That's a whole different story. Commitment is not convenient. Commitment is not easy. Commitment is not conditional. Commitment is a fire you light inside yourself that does not go out, no matter the storm, no matter the obstacles, no matter the weight of the world pressing down on your shoulders. It is waking up on the days when you feel exhausted and still putting in the work. It is showing up when no one claps for you, when no one believes in you, when no one sees your effort. It is deciding, this is who I am, this is what I stand for, this is the path I walk, and then never backing down. Everybody wants to be successful. Everybody wants to achieve their goals, but when the pain comes, when the boredom comes, when the doubt creeps in, most people fold. The gym gets too hard, the business takes too long, the dream demands too much sacrifice, and they quit. But the ones who win in life, the ones who rise above the rest, they are not always the strongest, not always the smartest, not always the most talented. They are the ones who stayed, the ones who held the line, the ones who committed and never let go. Let me tell you something about commitment. Commitment doesn't care about your mood. Commitment doesn't wait for the perfect time. Commitment doesn't bow down to excuses. When you're truly committed, you don't look for the way out, you look for the way forward. You don't say, I'll try, you say, I will. You don't make promises you abandon, you build habits that carry you through. That's why commitment is powerful, because once you decide, once you burn the ships, once you remove the option of quitting, all your energy, all your focus, all your heart goes into one direction. And that's when extraordinary things happen. Think about every champion in history, every legend, every person whose name lives beyond their lifetime. They weren't perfect, they weren't invincible, they weren't handed success. What they had was commitment. Michael Jordan missed more shots than he made, but he kept shooting. Thomas Edison failed 1,000 times before inventing the light bulb, but he never quit. Every soldier who endured the battlefield, every leader who carried nations on their back, every pioneer who built something from nothing, they all had one thing in common. They were committed. And here's the truth. Life will test you. It will test your patience, your resilience, your hunger, your faith. It will push you to your breaking point just to see if you really mean it when you say, I'm committed. And in those moments, when you're tired, when you're doubting yourself, when the world feels like it's against you, you will face a choice. Do you give in or do you commit deeper? That's the moment that separates the ordinary from the extraordinary. Because commitment isn't about how you act when things are easy. It's about how you stand when things are brutal. It's about whether you keep fighting when the reward feels far away, when progress is invisible, when everything in you screams to stop. That's when commitment is real. So I ask you right now, what have you truly committed to? Not interested in, not trying, not hoping for. What have you committed your life to? Because once you commit fully, completely, with every fiber of your being, you become unstoppable. No obstacle can outlast someone who refuses to quit. No failure can defeat someone who refuses to stay down. No dream is unreachable to the person who says, I will die before I surrender. So today, stop playing small. Stop living half in, half out. Stop chasing your goals like they're hobbies. Decide. Lock in. Commit. Commit to your vision, commit to your craft, commit to your growth, commit to your destiny, and never, ever, ever let go. Because commitment is the bridge between who you are now and who you know you were born to be. And once you cross that bridge, once you choose commitment, you don't just change your results,
you change your life forever.